क्या बोलते हैं ना, systematic, not fast, systematic manner, because pollution is a topic which everyone have done, but many videos I have shown, correct, on the topics which are new to you. जैसे वो कौन सा था, रेडियो एक्टिव ना, तो कितना सारा वीडियोस देखा है. हाँ, now this chapter, as different from the earlier chapter, we will be moving with some good explanations, and here we will go with a very normal speed since Buddy has come up, है ना? So look here, with the introduction, climatic classification, then there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this will bring you more fun in learning the chapter, because here we'll be understanding the word, something called as introduction. Yes. What is this? And how many types of forests we have in the world? Not 3, there are many. And then there are factors which are supporting. Like for you and me, Amazon jungle is something. If I say Amazon, the first thing we remember that e-service provider. है ना? हाँ sir, Amazon में जानता है. मतलब कैसे? आप उसी से तो order करता है. मतलब that is not the Amazon that I am talking. The Amazon is real, which says more than 34% of the oxygen to the world is supplied by Amazon. Where it is exactly, by the way? In okay, more of Latin American, Brazil, and South America is correct. And then we are saying what is natural region means? Those region which either you, nor me. Then who else? Nobody. Then I said nobody. I said, I understood the clip. This is the word I was using. Good boy. Nobody. And why? What is this? Either you, neither me, nor nobody. Sir, kaun kar raha hai? Somebody told me, sir, there is a word called God. Later God hai. Nahi sir, God is. है ना? फिर मैंने बोला no, God, it is nature. ठीक है. Yes sir, it is. Then somebody Indian origin say mother nature. है ना? फिर African origin बोलते why not father origin? Father nature. उसका father कभी nature हुआ ही नहीं. हुआ है क्या? नहीं हुआ है. आपके लाइफ में भी नहीं है. Only mother is the nature. हाँ, थोड़ा बहुत caring है. Father तो है ना? सुबह जाता रात को आता फिर बोलते क्या है? Whereas mother sticks to you, takes care of you generally, and she is the one who covers you for all your mistakes. तो समझ लो वही है. So why I am calling this? This is an invisible force. Is it invisible? Yeah, definitely. Neither he nor me nor anybody has seen the God. तुरंत फिर I bring Swami Vivekananda here. बोले Swami Vivekananda geography में क्या है ना? How did he become Swami Vivekananda? He saw some God. He saw some God only. Oh my God. Yes. He was a disciple of Swami Krishna. इतना old भी नहीं था. Swami Ramakrishna Paramahansa. He was like me, not in the actual one. They say he was a BA Economics from Nalanda University, and he went in search of God. बच्चा बोलते अच्छा वो उतना टाइम में ढूंढ रहा था. Only one guru can tell him the right answer. Where did he see the God? How did he see the God? All were faking. मैंने कभी आसमान में देखा, कभी इधर देखा, कभी किसी ने right answer नहीं दिया. So the answer given by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was conclusive, and he became the disciple. What question he asked and what answer I'll tell you later. So today you and me see these vegetation, natural or forest like God only. It's a gift. What is the biggest gift they give? Sir, life-saving oxygen. लड़के ने बोला नहीं सर मैं एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो ऑक्सीजन मुझे क्लिनिक में भी मिला, थोड़ा सा पे करना पड़ता है. अरे वो क्लिनिकल ऑक्सीजन है, but the oxygen that you and me get it in the nature is natural one. Because what separates India, the polluted city like Mumbai or Navi Mumbai, so the most polluted is Delhi. And उसको limelight में नहीं लाते हैं, वो अभी दूसरे कुछ reasons से अभी चल रहा है ना. But then what separates this region from a forest? First thing I feel it is peace and calm. है ना? मोबाइल नेटवर्क नहीं है. नो सर, iPhone फुल नेटवर्क है. पैसा दिया है, 5G का सर्विस लिया है. हाँ, मैंने भी लिया है. बट जंगल में जाते ही पहला that dip goes. सबसे पहला टेंशन खत्म. Second, the vehicle. Is it vehicle pollution? No horn, nothing. Might be some animals might be honking you. आजा, तेरे लिए वेट कर रहा है. मतलब ऐसा नहीं बुलाएगा, but in their own style. बोलेगा नहीं इतना भी जल्दी नहीं रुका, अभी कुछ है. मैं आ रहा हूँ तेरे पास यार. So everywhere you see Mother Nature is giving you some gifts. So that is what this chapter I'm going to teach you. So here I'll show you almost every forest, every vegetation, one video.
Just snakes and gifts.
No, why not? Without snakes, how can we control the number of pests? तू जाके snake के पास क्यों मस्ती कर रहा है ना? It is the mother nature's gift. It will eat all the rats, mice, and unwanted this one. If you hunt all the snakes, the number of rats and mice will increase.
What about rats?
Rats are also part of that.
How are the gifts?
Why not?
Food chain. Food.
They are to be hunted as a prey by for the snakes.
Gift directly food for them.
वो खाने में. So we believe only one thing. This chapter will make me to understand what is nature. अभी हमारा और तुम्हारा नेचर किधर देखते हैं सर? बालकनी में. बोले बालकनी में क्या है? मम्मी ने कुछ 10-15 पॉट्स रखा है. हमारे लिए तो वही नेचर है. अभी फ्लैट के अंदर में क्या खेती थोड़ी कर सकते हैं. बेडरूम में चावल उग रहा है और लिविंग रूम में वो गेहूं डाला है सर, और गैया और भैंसा किचन में बांधा है. तुम लोग किधर रहते? हम लोग तो नीचे ही रहते हैं. Is it not possible? But then today we are going to understand what is this natural region. Okay, so let us not waste time. What is that page number? 2. Before to that, let us see a wonderful map which will show you where these forests are and how I go to tackle. I think the last map shows that only. Right. Tell me that page number.
Page number 214.
I'm not Mongolian.
238.
Are you sure? At this map, you have to first accustom so that this chapter becomes so easy. It is 234. Look at this map. The first one is equatorial region. Second one is temperate. So if you see equatorial regions, they are mainly on the equator, in between Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. What is the second one? It is temperate grasslands. Where are temperate grasslands found? Little bit of South America and South Africa, USA, Africa, South Africa. The Africa you see, and this is that Australia. Then the third one is tropical deserts. Look at this huge Sahara and Kalahari desert. Look at Sahara desert. Then desert in little bit in Australia, Africa, and some part of that later down part of US also. Now let us go to the next one, tropical monsoon. So where are tropical monsoons? Definitely it comes in our part and entire Southeast Asia. Are you seeing?
Yes.
यहाँ से लेके पूरा है. And little bit of Australia also you have. Are you seeing that? And let us go to the next borders. Come down to the map only. It is mountainous region. Again, these are that Appalachian mountains. है ना? Urals, इधर है देखो. Urals, Drakensberg. And then you have these 2 mountains in Australia, Africa, and little bit here. Then the next forest is tropical grasslands. So grasslands are generally found different parts. Are you seeing? And the next one is taiga and tundra. Taiga and tundra, don't worry at all. It is in the polar region. है ना? In fact, we say it is the Canada-like country which experiences more of taiga plantation. Are you understanding? So this is what we are studying. So let us quickly jump into the chapter, mark few lines and write few lines. Then the first forest we will start in few minutes. So put the heading in your notebook, natural regions of the world. What is that action? Who told you to take a bike or a bicycle? तो इतना बड़ा कैसे हो ठीक है जाने से फॉल्ट है वो बात में नहीं आओ किधर लगा मैं बार बार इसे तुझे नोट कर लिया ये पूरा निकल गया अच्छा ऑल क्लियर I was tracing you back in हमने किधर गया ये बोला शायद नाम दे रहे करते
neck piece putting out fair.
schools where
I was coming to tuition on Thursday for your class.
you could have at least give me a message to this lady na मैं तो
No, sorry, I was going home from the tuition on Wednesday. Not my class. It was not a point.
so what's great you're safe here
Yesterday I was going, after crossing the highway, I have to go by service road. So I
when you
was
stay back
having separate. So I have to go by service road. I go from the left just to be safe.
and then who dashed you
Left side I was going, there was a car parked in between.
who dashed
No, in front of me. I was slowly checked behind. As there were no cars, I was going by side.
okay
But a car came dashing from front and just knocked me off on the road.
आया कोई देखने नहीं है बातें
Of course.
आया ना कर
नहीं वो चला गया दूसरा है
रात का टाइम हुआ तो साइकिल से मत आया ऑटो से
साइकिल मेरी गलती से ही थी
गलती नहीं है मेन टाइम एक्सीडेंट सब हमारा गलती नहीं ऑपोजिट वाले से मैं जाने दे आई जस्ट प्रे फॉर यू तो मैं देख रहा लेट हो गया करके कोलकाता रोड लेफ्ट राइट मार के आया कोई आया तो मैंने गया कि नहीं वो भी I'm happy that I can prove. Write down introduction. Natural region refers to, I'll talk to you later. किसी से मैसेज भेजता मुझे लगा क्या हो गया
मुझे खुद का ही समझ आ रहा
अच्छा।
डॉक्टर के पास राउंड ट्रिप्स वेट करके रेस्ट कर दो तो 24/7 पे अभी तक हैंड मूव कर दो तो पूरा बट मूव करते हैं डॉक्टर से
वरना तो मेरा एक बाइक में इधर एक्सीडेंट हुआ इधर हुआ अभी मैं सीरियस बाइक का
मुझे याद नहीं लगा
अपना बाइक को टूट भी करता हूँ हॉस्पिटल जाता हूँ खुद ही पट्टी कर
बट मैंने डॉक्टर को बाल काट के दिया उनको बोला अंदर ही
6 में okay right up the natural region refers to that part of the earth's surface which is or make it plural which are comparatively covered with high degree of uniform structures surface forms and a specific climate of its own. One more sentence. They are also covered with dense or thick forest cover specific vegetative plants, animals, and human life. Let me explain more little bit. My buddy is not able to write, so his notes come. In fact, no notes at all. तो तेरा इससे कांटेक्ट नहीं हुआ ये मुझे
किसी से
बोला
बहुत टेक्निकल।
ये बोला कि शायद छुट्टियों के बाद है ना, दिवाली के बाद गाँव गए रहेगा।
मैं गया था
हाँ।
बट पहले गया था।
अच्छा अच्छा, इधर से जाते समय हो गया ना फिर, दिवाली
हाँ।
के पहले की बात है।
नहीं,
अच्छा दिवाली
5 days लास्ट वेडनेसडे।
Now look here. Now when I say human life, do you really think this natural vegetation also decides human life?
यस
No.
यस
Yes. Why? देखो, I call this timberland. तुरंत बच्चा बोलेगा हाँ सर, वो हमारा वो डिज्नीलैंड के बाद में टिम्बर. What is the meaning of the timberland? The place where only the woodcutters are there. है ना? And they are called as lumberland jacks. ये दोनों वर्ड मुझे बहुत पसंद है ना. लब्बर पता नहीं क्या मतलब है. हमारा बच्चा को मैं बोलेगा रबर लेकर आऊं क्या, रबर लेकर, लब्बर लेकर आऊं क्या. फिर बोलता इरेजर लेके आया. व्हाट इज दैट? वी डोंट कॉल इरेजर, वी कॉल रबर ओनली. है ना, इंडियन बच्चा है, वैसे ही बोलेगा. So I said this word lumber means those people who are specialized in wood cutting. You visit anytime Canada, Toronto, or different parts of Canada, you will see even the ये जो अपना वो है ना स्ट्रीट का जो लैम्प पोल, that is also made out of wood. अब सारा इतना भी पैसे नहीं है इनको, because that Canada का जो leaf है ना, what is that? Maple leaf, and the trees are abundant. So there are certain parts of Canada where they go in a higher elevation, cut the trees and leave it and come back. अगर ऐसा हमारा इंडिया में छोड़ेगा तो वीरप्पन तुरंत आ जाएगा, वो चल रेडी है ना. These are those times when it is winter, and they just leave it because when the snow melts na, those logs of wood rolls down to the तुरंत बच्चा बोलते हाँ सर वो पुष्पा में वही है ना, सब पानी में डालते हो. वो पिक्चर है बेटा. नहीं नहीं, वो नहीं है सर, हम ऐसे ही सोचा है. तो सोचा अगर इफ आई एम शूटिंग पुष्पा इन कोल्ड कंट्री, पहले तो वो अपना एक्शन वेक्शन भूल जाएगा, पहले तो तेल लेगा का पीट के पुष्पा ऐसे बोलेगा, है ना. बिकॉज द एक्शन दैट ही डज, मैं तो सोचता हूँ ये इंसान है या और कुछ है. पर इंडियन हीरो, वो भी साउथ इंडियन हीरो, कुछ भी कर सकते. क्रेन के ऊपर चढ़ के कुछ तो करता रहते हो, है ना. So we feel these lumberjacks of Canada are nothing but their lifestyle is influenced by tundra and taiga. Now let us come to Africa. अफ्रीका थे हमारे बोलते हाँ सर हमसे थोड़ा से काले लोग सर, थोड़ा नहीं पूरा ही काला है ना. उधर है हमको कॉम्प्लेक्शन कोल्ड काला कैसे. And their profession has also changed. Their lifestyle is different. You go to like countries like Kenya, but it is Kenya. No, it's Kenya. Kenya, Mozambique, है ना. ये कौन सा कंट्री है सर? Mozambique, Morocco. So it is Morocco. एक ही है ना. Then you go to Sun City of South Africa. My dream is there because there only the Sushmita Sen awarded as the Miss Universe. बहुत छोटा था मैं वो. हाँ. And we were watching when my dad used to come, he used to change the channel. Beauty pageant. तब तो ये क्या देख रहा है बेटा? नहीं वो गरीब का चैनल खुल जाएगा, क्यों टेंशन ले रहा था. So I think ऐश्वर्या को दूसरा जगह पर मिला था. Sushmita Sen won that award in Sun City, and Sun City is, oh my God, one of the best city, and it is closer to Johannesburg, I think. Johannesburg, Africa. So African lifestyle is totally different. Now let us go to our, not our, this, what is that, Amazon. You will be shocked to hear there are so many types of mosquitoes which might bite you. After third day, you die from that mosquito bite only. So there are so many insects, animals which are even not named. शायद हमारा बिहार में भेज देंगे तो चल लाइन में हो जा, सबका नाम लगता है, तेरा मुंह की तरफ चला देता. बिहारी लोग भाई सबका नाम रखते हैं. So that is Amazon jungle is a different picture. I'm going to show you all one by one. So if you feel what is this, it is nothing but animals also changing, human lifestyle changing. Then I can say आज भी एक community है जिसको हम लोग इंग्लिश में aboriginal community बोलते हैं, आदिवासी community. Simple. हाँ, ये aboriginal बोलते हैं, मैं aboriginal बोलता. वो अभी भी वो चश्मा या मिरर दिखेगा तुरंत भाग जाए. समथिंग अबे वो तू ही है वो, क्योंकि उन्होंने वो देखा ही नहीं जिंदगी में. And there is one community in Africa even today, after the death of their parents or any family members, they neither bury the body nor they put it to 5. 2 हफ्ते के अंदर वो feast हो जाता है उनका cardboard में. हाँ, and that is a normal phenomenon.
That's not
Cannibals.
my problem, but why does he do it?
ठीक है ना, तू उससे दूर है, तू already अभी खच आया है. The person who was interviewing one of that fellow, he told me last week my mother died, and we were
And I
very
am
happy
eating her
to.
now.
We were very happy to taste. तो बोलो क्या? I'm still lying some parts. You are. ये कौन सा community है? Then go to little bit South America and some parts. They are the worshippers of Lord Shiva. Huh? Lord Shiva will be America man. They are called as Red Indians. Why Red Indians? They are not looking like Red Indians.
Are there
Even today, that Anaconda Part 1 movie, if you see, Anaconda Part 1 is a movie which this community only are they. And they worship such big snakes. And जो Lord Shiva का नाम नहीं वो नाम कुछ अलग है. नाग मुझे भी मालूम उसका नाम. शेषनाग था वो श्री कृष्ण के साथ जुड़ा है. इसका भी नाम बोलता हूँ. That is considered to be the world's largest snake.
Vasuki.
Vasuki. And they, Red Indians are the people who worship this Vasuki snake. And Vasuki जैसे लंबाई कुछ नहीं है, so they feel this anaconda is closer to Vasuki, so they don't hunt to anacondas. अगर आप anacondas का जितना भी part देखें ना, तो local people protect the anacondas, and they worship Lord Shiva in the form of शिवलिंग. अभी कौन सा अमेरिकन मान लो, अरे तुम लोग भी हमारे पूर्वज लोग, चुपचाप बैठो, अभी हालेलुया हालेलुया जो करना है ना. But origin was our. Then let us go to little bit of this Arabs, वो जो caravan में आते हैं, उधर भी हमारा Lord Shiva है ना. That even that Mecca and Medina itself is a, वो अभी मैं नहीं बोलूँगा, it's a controversy. So we always believe this natural vegetation is very closely connected with the forest, है ना, animal life and human life. सर आपने इंडिया का एग्जाम्पल ही नहीं दिया. आज भी आप छत्तीसगढ़ चले जाओ.
Sir, if someone tries to infiltrate the Mecca,
nobody, very strict. बाबा तू सऊदी का रूल्स वगैरह देखा नहीं, तेरा बॉडी में चमड़ा भी नहीं रहेगा, वो पूरा ही उतार देगा, इतना रूल्स है. They are very strict. And especially this पाकिस्तानी people को तो बहुत मुश्किल से उनको चंदा वंदा मिलता है, चले जाता है उधर जाके बेगर्स कम्युनिटी बना. एक बार तो टीवी में दिखाया था ना, मक्का का 2 किलोमीटर दूर बैठ जाते हैं हम लोग, और जो भी उधर से जाएगा, तुसी भी मुसलमान, मुसी भी मुसलमान, निकाल पैसा फिर इधर ही बैठ. तो सऊदी में सबको पकड़ पकड़ के लेके फिरे, पाकिस्तानी भाग इधर. बेगर का पूरा हम लोग ने कम्युनिटी बनाया. It is impossible. No non-Islamic people can enter into Mecca till date. But I'm waiting for the day when that whoever is the original person goes and touches Lord Shiva, and that entire Saudi will be pack of ruins. And that is a cursed land only. So we always believe India, you go to this Rajasthan, what kind of plants, animals, animal life. Then you go to Kerala, different. Then you go to Kashmir, and what kind of. So entire forest has a big influence on what? Human life, animal life. Does it have influence on occupation also? Yes, it is. India में भी है ये जो कश्मीर में अलग अलग vegetation. So let us write the next heading. Natural regions with climatic classification. Natural regions with climatic classification. You guys need AC, then. Tell us switch on that. I feel this room is to be, so nice without the noise. All right? Is it working?
Yeah.
it's set at 20 degrees Celsius.
Who?
The AC.
That is fine, yeah. Because 20-degree movement will
The videos are visible.
It's not visible.
No.
You saw that, no? Then what it is? Only a dark shade. क्या दिखता है जब वीडियो शेयर करता हूँ?
Only like बीच में दिखता है, फिर बाद में stop हो जाता है.
हाँ, ये कॉपीराइट वालों ने
हाँ, दो copyright हो गया.
क्या कैसे आपको कैसे मालूम है?
वहाँ तो लिख के आता है कि copyright कैसे है, so that's
Because of copyright issues, this video is.
ओह, ये अनुभव सबसे बोलना पड़ेगा. ये बच्चों का अनुमान है कि आप सब कुछ अनुभव करेंगे.
So let's just सब एक classes में होगा.
नहीं देखो, we are advised to take it in this one flash run. We can play directly. But then also I cannot share it. That is the issue, na?
Okay.
I mean, why they are taking such issues, na? Because what will happen? Because everyone start, no, Punga, then they do not have any claim on that.
Oh.
That is why they are very strict. पहले ऐसा नहीं था, मैं कितने सालों से यूज करता हूँ. ये क्या अभी अभी मतलब मेरा एक दो पहले भी वीडियोस ऐसा हुआ. Now you see this chapter. This only is activated. उज्जर उज्जर ठंडा नहीं. जरा मैं क्या
सर ऊपर क्या सर?
लेडी ने इतना पहले.
ऊपर क्या सर?
ये नहीं रहा. Wait, I'll show you specific videos. Wait, because every year I show the same video. Wait, I'll show you the first video equal to 20. Oh, पूरा पेन वीडियो से रहता है. Why not? इधर भी आ गया.
जो उसका आता है ना जो बच्चे.
इंडिया नहीं है पर वो रिकॉर्डिंग.
कौन बोला? नहीं रे.
हाँ राजेश.
Binox.
हाँ राजेश एंटरटेनमेंट नहीं कर रहा.
Okay. तो उसका कुछ पैसा नहीं तो हमको भी जरा उसका your sister.
Uncle.
Sister है तो ठीक. Ah, this is the one that you should see. Tropical networks. It's too good. If I know for us, I will study.
I am going for a
Very good. Okay.
the actual bio weapons. Very bad at it. Very good of talking.
Very good. Hey, this is the tropical classrooms. I'm not able to. I will not share it. I will stop and they will be there. It got that Malaysia and Thailand. And also
A place with no seasons, where every day is like the last. A place where it rains almost every day. A place of constant heat and humidity. Some might call such a place hell, while for others it might be paradise. It is a place on earth with more species of plants and animals than anywhere else. Because of the oxygen generated by its millions of trees, it has been dubbed the lungs of the world.
Yeah, thank you.
You have arrived at the band encircling the center of the earth. Welcome to the tropical rainforest. We begin our journey through Earth's climate zones here, because here is the very center of the Earth, the equator. And it is no accident that such a hot and wet climate exists on the equator, because it is here that the sun is strongest, striking the Earth directly at 90 degrees. And as it does so, it causes hot air to rise, pulling in moisture from the surrounding seas. As this humid air rises up into the high atmosphere, it cools. But cool air cannot hold onto moisture like warm air can. And so that moisture precipitates out into vast, towering thunderclouds, which then finally release as torrential rain. And it is because of its central position on the equator that little to no change in temperature is experienced throughout the year. While more northerly and southerly latitudes experience the colder and hotter seasons, life on the equator is about watching the sun drift slightly north and slightly south of being directly overhead. In any position, it is still beating down, producing that heat and the thermals that produce all that rain. There is more complexity to this, of course. Some areas on the equator experience wet and dry seasons, but we'll cover and explain this more in the following video, which concerns the tropical monsoon and tropical savanna. So, where in the world can we find these forests? Well, naturally, they're all within the tropical zone. The most famous of these is, of course, the Amazon River Basin of South America, which stretches across many countries, most notably Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela, and the Guyanas. The Pacific coast of Colombia on the other side of the Andes Mountains is also home to this climate. And then there's the Congo Basin of Africa, mostly within the country of Congo Zaire, but also including parts of Uganda. The last of the three main rainforest zones is in Southeast Asia, with almost all of Indonesia and Malaysia falling within this climate type, along with New Guinea and the southern and eastern stretches of the Philippines. Many islands in the Pacific experience the same climate, including the Solomon Islands, Fiji, and French Polynesia. So enough chatter. I know you're all dying to see some temperature and rainfall graphs, right? Well, here they are, across 3 continents and oceans, all remarkably the same. High and almost unchanging temperature throughout the year, and high rainfall throughout the year with no dry seasons. We should mention something about the graph of Hilo in Hawaii. At almost 20 degrees north of the equator, it's pretty far from it, and yet it still possesses a very wet and warm climate.
Where is Kampala?
The year-round rainfall is due to it being on the windward side of the large volcanoes on the Big Island of Hawaii. Northeasterly winds, known as the trade winds, blow moist, warm air off the Pacific all year round. And when this moist air hits the mountainous slopes, it rises, cools, and dumps huge amounts of rain upon the city. There are some other parts of the tropics where this pattern is found, including the Caribbean coasts of Central America and some Caribbean islands, including the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, as well as some eastern coastal areas of Brazil and Madagascar. There will be more on the trade winds in the next few episodes. They are key to also explaining the patterns of wet and dry seasons in other parts of the tropics.
Very few countries, na? Especially this African related, they are very popular.
So, what kind of vegetation do we find here? Well, tropical rainforest is plenty enough.
Exactly.
But what is it? Rainforests occur in other parts of the world, forests that grow in areas of very high rainfall. But the tropical rainforest has a unique combination of high rainfall and high temperature, which results in the most vigorous plant growth to be found anywhere on the planet. This growth most notably occurs in the form of evergreen hardwood trees, meaning dense, hard wood like mahogany, teak, sandalwood, and rosewood. But unlike the hardwoods of more temperate latitudes, these trees retain their leaves and grow all year round. A diverse array of plants grow in the shade below the thick tree canopy, and this further leads to a huge number of animal species in all classes: insects, arachnids, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Spend a night in a tent here and, well, you'll soon get to know some of these guys. And what about agriculture? Crops that favor the year-round rain and high temperatures include 2 of the world's favorites, bananas and coconuts. And they have been farmed commercially in these regions for a century or more, primarily for export to the developed world. More recently, the demand for palm oil has increased considerably, leading to controversial clearing of rainforests, especially in Malaysia and Indonesia. Agriculture throughout history and across the world has always been the principal enemy of forests. But at this time, there's so much global attention on the importance of maintaining the biodiversity of the tropical rainforests. Finding an equitable solution between this and the economic livelihood of the people that live in these regions seems elusive as ever. Lastly, we come to major world cities. Are any found in the tropical rainforest? Well, only 2 feature, and these are just hours apart from each other on the southern tip of Malaysia. Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, and famous for the Petronas Towers, and Singapore, a highly developed global financial, shipping, and aviation hub. So that's it for this climate zone.
This is the tower.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Indian
And I would love to hear your
Economic
comments,
stars and
especially
care.
if you have lived or
77
experienced by person.
Don't get in your next picnic destination to one of the tourist deserts. So that is not only the climate, even the culture and everything more better. So let us write this heading, then I'll take you quickly to this. Okay, the first one. The important and the basic factor. The important and the basic factor based on which major natural regions are divided, based on which major natural regions are divided are. But I can write on the same line, no need to make a separate point. Okay. You write influence of climate, type of soil, influence of climate, comma, type of soil, flora and fauna. Determines largely. Okay, and one more sentence. On the basis of climatic zones. For the basis of climatic zones, but I will temperature, pressure, temperature, pressure, winds, humidity, and landforms following are the major natural regions. Bus. We write only the first one, equatorial regions. So, the one that you have studied. Okay. So now we are only reading, we are only marking. I will not make you to write now. When you go home, you write it. Okay. So let us give it to her only. Equatorial regions, देखो, in exam also, if it is just for 2 marks, they will not ask you entire thing of the equatorial region. Either they will ask you climate, which includes temperature and rainfall as well. If they are asking the soil, vegetation and other things, then you have to go. But agar pucha write a short note on equatorial region, then you have to write full. So my 1 or 2 answers I will give you, not today, maybe in the next lecture or maybe a second lecture. I will show you replica of the answer if it is for 4 marks. And 4 marks ka aata hai na? But you have to write so many. But don't write so many. Be very precise at the same time. 4 mein 3.5 marks aa jana. Minimum. Okay, let's proceed. Read.
Location. The equatorial region extends between 0 degree to 10 degrees north and south of the equator.
ये पहला मार्क कर लो. Only 0 to 10 degree N and S. ये पहला point रहना चाहिए.
Area, Asia, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, Malaysia, and certain part of Philippines.
हाँ ये पूरा bracket में डाल देखो. This is Asia or Asia, whatever you pronounce. This is one country everybody knows. देखो Indonesia में भी Asia आ जाता है. And this country is a very funny country. What is that? PNG बोलते हैं. How do you pronounce? Papua New Guinea. Very small. Again, Malaysia also comes with Asia. फिर हम लोग बोलते हैं सर इंडिया का दिल देखो. वो क्या है सर? It is मध्य प्रदेश. पर सर और पैर, सर तो थोड़ा सा चाइना खा लिया और पाकिस्तान दूसरे को तो रॉट कर रहा है. एंड पैर क्या है? त्रिवेंद्रम में. और क्या है? कन्याकुमारी. और इंडिया का 2 हाथ, एक है गुजरात और एक है. This is how maps are explained. In fact, that day I was explaining, not here, somewhere else. They were asking me, sir, Indian 4 gods have taken east, west, north, and south. Really? Yes, it is. Normally, that Kedarnath, na? That is taken by Lord Shiva. And फिर थोड़ा सा महाराष्ट्र की तरफ आओ, हमारा गणपति बप्पा, हाँ, बोलते ये मेरा टेरिटरी आप लोग बैठो. हाँ, ये real truth है. And then you go deep down in south, which Devi it is? Devi is on the West Bengal side. It is Lord Kartikeyan. Kartikeyan सुना है ना आप लोग ने? अरे गणेश का हाँ कृष्णा नहीं है Lord Kartikeyan. And then you come towards Bengal, it is the Devi. So there was a time when this entire family was with Aadhaar and PAN card in one area only. So it is. But the Dano people used to sometimes go and hit in west, sometimes go and hit in east, sometimes go and hit in north. तो लॉर्ड शिवा ने प्लान बनाया अच्छा तुम्हारा ऐसा प्लान है चलो हम लोग अब बढ़ जाते हैं and it is true even today you go to Kolkata this Durga Mata festival is good है ना nobody can challenge that
7 days.
then you come to Maharashtra Ganpati Bappa festival is the biggest then you go to north this Kedarnath and जितना भी नाथ आप देखोगे उधर पूरा लॉर्ड शिवा and then you go deep south it is everywhere it is either Ayyappa it's a form of that Kartikeyan is Lord Murugan. तो लोग इवन शिव का फैमिली भी अपने आप को रोक नहीं पाया इंडिया को बचाने के लिए सर फिर ये कौन है सर जो पाकिस्तान से है वो लोग भी हमारे भाई बंधु है तो बस डाइवर्टेड है but look at this equatorial region ना you'll always feel they are in and around the equator did they show you Singapore that is that main street उसको high street ही बोलते हैं हम लोग वो 2-3 बिल्डिंग है वो एरोप्लेन जैसा है वो संतोष है बड़ा होटल्स है and you'll see that big museum and then you go to Malaysia there are 2 towers उसका भी मैं details देता हूँ कभी आपको वीडियो में दिखाता हूँ one of the tallest tower in Asia designed by Indian architect you just cross KL that is Malaysia Kuala Lumpur entire Malaysia is more of a rice and paddy and Singapore is two part hai which was taken away from Malaysia only when Singapore was given independent freedom, there was nothing, only sugarcane fields. उनके पास लेबर भी नहीं था तो हमारे इधर के मद्रासी भाई लोग गए उधर तो only country in the world where Tamil has been is Malaysia and Singapore and look what is Singapore today not even they are 60 years old but then Singapore cannot be then फिर उसका बड़ा पापा आ जाता है China और हम लोग आज भी पीआरसी बोलते हैं सर ये क्या है सर पीआरसी चेक व्हाट इज पीआरसी they call it as People's Republic of China हांगकांग को नहीं छोड़ा उसने ताइवान को नहीं छोड़ा सब इसका बच्चा ही है but there was a time when China was ruled by Japanese World War II Japanese cannot be defeated by anyone and that class I had shown that Hiroshima and I think आप लोग अमोन भी देख रहा था and it was America just testing them with small brother and fat boy but then what happened to Japanese even today Japanese can become a global power like what it was during Second World War but then Japan अभी अपनी टेंशन में रहता है but I strongly urge Mr. Prime Minister of India to evoke that dragon the first time I've seen a dragon dance was in Singapore only it's a very popular one.
China.
But in Singapore is more or less ruled by China only. So we believe, look how these equatorial regions are very much engulfed. So right from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, everywhere Asia comes. फिर मुझे भी लगा इंडिया एशिया बन जाने का नहीं सर भारत आसिया वो कुछ नया कंट्री है हमारा भारत है और आसिया का पार्ट है भारत आसिया फिर पाकिस्तान कंफ्यूज होने नहीं का टेररिस्ट को किधर भेजने का भारत में भेजो कि आसिया में भेजो कहीं भी भेज बट हम उसको मारने के लिए रेडी है तवा फ्राई कर लेंगे सो वी बिलीव दिस ज्योग्राफिकल यूनिटी टीचेस यू ओनली वन थिंग व्हाट इज दैट जो इस लाइन पे इक्वेटर है उस लाइन पे ये पूरा कंट्रीज फॉल करता है and what is one thing common you and me see we are the rice eating country no it is Malaysia it is Thailand they eat rice more Thailand I remember when I was new in US $15 was 5 kg for Indian rice तो पहले 3 महीने तो मैं सिर्फ थाई राइस ही खाता था बोलता था वेरी गुड $5 में मिलता था है ना एंड थोड़ा सा अलग ही टाइम था तो ठीक है ना आई लव थाईलैंड बोले क्यों सर $5 का राइस बोलते चुपचाप ले ऑफर करेगा तो $7 में 2 5 केजी का और मेरा गुज्जू फ्रेंड था तो साउथ फिर भी ठीक है वो तो मेरे से भी कंजूस potatoes are given $7 4 packets each carrying 3 kgs but one person can carry only 4 packets तो मेरे से आके पूछेगा क्यों मैं वो अरे तू potatoes ले रहा है क्या? नहीं ले रहा है, कहाँ 4 पैकेट ले 12 के मुझे because 1 person can take only 4 packets. बोले तू करेगा क्या रे इतना आलू का, उसने भी चार्ज लिया है, हम पूरा महीना भर आलू नहीं खाए, तो कैसे उबल के खाते हैं और क्या? बोले काम कर गैस बचत हो, हाँ वो भी खा सकते हैं, वो भी करेंगे. So this country's food habit is also, है ना, is determined by the climate. It is nice. And that, fine, it's pretty.